Our today's topic is parallel plate capacitor. In the last class we have seen what is a capacitor and how it is used. And of course we have seen how to calculate the capacitance of a capacitor. We told a capacitor, the simplest form of a capacitor will be two conducting plates with the opposite charges separated by a distance. And we call it as parallel plate capacitor. Two plates which are kept parallel, they will have charges, opposite charges they will have. And the space between the two plates can be either air or vacuum, or it can be any other medium also. That part will come later. Time being we will focus on a capacitor with air or vacuum between the plates. We have seen an equation how to calculate the capacitance of a capacitor. If the potential difference between the plates is V and the charge on the plates is Q, then the capacitance C is given by Q divided by V. That equation we have seen in the last class. So now those things we can apply for a parallel plate capacitor. Here you are seeing a parallel plate capacitor with the two plates. This is the positive plate, this is the negative plate, with the equal charge Q and charge density sigma. If sigma is the charge density and Q is the charge, and if these plates have a area capital A, the relation between them, sigma, Q and A, is this. That is, sigma is equal to Q divided by A. Now we all know there will be electric field. If this is positive side and this is negative side, electric field will be downward. In effect it will be acting as shown downward. Now this is actually inside the plates. Let's closely analyze how the electric field is coming in different points. We know due to a single plate, the electric field due to a single plate is sigma by 2 epsilon naught. This is the electric field due to an infinite long sheet we have seen. As per Gauss's law's application, we got electric field due to a plate is sigma by 2 epsilon naught. So there are two plates. Those two plates can produce electric field at different places. This is one place, this is another place, this is the third place. All these regions it can produce electric field. Let's check the electric field at this region 1. So here, if I select a point here, at this point due to this positive plate, electric field will be acting away, upward, and due to the negative plate, electric field will be acting downward, like this. So the net electric field, the two electric field due to positive is acting upward, negative is acting downward. So the resultant electric field everywhere in this region will be 0. How that I can show mathematically is, due to positive plate if it is sigma by 2 epsilon naught, negative plate is also sigma by 2 epsilon naught, but they are in opposite direction. So this is upward, this is downward. Now downward if I give a negative, then the resultant field will be 0. Similarly at region 3, here also electric field due to this negative plate will be towards the plate, but due to this positive plate will be away from the plate. So at this region also net electric field will be 0, that electric field cancel out. But check the point 3 here, in between the plates you check. Due to positive plate, electric field is away. Due to negative plate, again electric field is the downward side, that is towards the negative plate. So here net electric field is added up. So you get the total electric field as sigma by 2 epsilon naught plus sigma by 2 epsilon naught, that is sigma by epsilon naught. And we also know there is a relation between sigma, Q and A, already we told. So if you replace the sigma with the Q by A, you get the electric field, net electric field inside the capacitor plate as Q by A epsilon naught. So from this what we conclude is, Inside a parallel plate capacitor, there is electric field, and that electric field is Q by A epsilon naught. Outside the plates, electric field is 0. Now with this electric field, let's try to frame an equation for the capacitance. We know already there is a relation between electric field and potential. I mean the potential difference. So if V is the potential difference and E is the electric field, also D is the separation between the plates, then I can write E is equal to V by D, which will give me V is equal to E into D, because we know E and we have the equation, we have the value for D also. We know the separation is D. So V is equal to E into D. This is a relation we can use, and we can write V is equal to E. We will substitute as Q by A epsilon naught, and this D also come. Now if you keep this Q here, bring V to this side, it will become Q by V, and A epsilon naught D, all these we take to the left side. So Q by V, it will come, A epsilon naught by D will come in the the other side. So we will get Q by V is equal to A epsilon naught by D. But A epsilon naught by D is nothing but, which is Q by V, which is the capacitance, because as per the definition of capacitance C, which is Q by V, now we get an equation, this C is equal to A epsilon naught by D. This is the equation for capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor. So the capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor depends only on three factors. One is the area of the plate, another one separation between the plates, and the third one the medium. This actually stands for the medium between the plates. If it is air or vacuum, epsilon naught. Otherwise we will see how it is affecting, how it is changing as per the medium changes. So this is the simplest way how I can tell parallel plate capacitor, its capacitance is A epsilon naught by D. How it comes, the derivation.